All right. Welcome, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're getting things going here. We'll wait for a few people to get in the chat and in Crapsee. So my computer had a little update to do before I started there. Caught me off guard. So we got that fixed real quick. And let me get my monitoring going in my ear so I can make sure I got sound. And life will be good. Yeah. Gotta fix another little thing real quick here. The chat highlights work, but hey, there we go. Hello, Waylon. Good to see you. It's good to see you a few weeks ago at Brownwater Bash. So let's get the shine retardant device on the old head there, so you guys don't have to look at the top of my head. And let's get things going. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. I've been gone for a little while. So let's see. It's not the one I want. There we go. Think we got what we want to see. So I have been a busy guy here lately. It's why I haven't been on a live stream in a bit. And I haven't even had time to check to make sure the camera didn't get bumped and lose its alignment on the table, but it looks good, which is amazing for being offline for damn near 2+ weeks, I think. So I went to Brownwater Bash. Then it was my anniversary. We went to the Virgin Islands for that, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Then I worked a music festival down here in Panama City Beach for 4 days of last weekend. So it was go, go, go for about the past 2 weeks. And if you've seen the new music video from Megan Maroney and Kenny Chesney, that's kind of my life for the last 2 weeks. Islands and concerts. So, all right, so let's get some dice on the table and get them rolling. Let's get right to it. I'm trying to go a little fast tonight. Good Lord, I'm loud in my ear. Try to go a little fast tonight. I always say that, I know, but let's take a quick look at the rules for tonight here. What you got in Crapsee for bankroll and all that good stuff. So that's the leaderboard. We don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at that either. You have turbo mode on. I want to make sure we got that going. Let's see. There we go. Table rules. So we probably have a pretty standard table set up. Your buy-in, your starting bankroll is $1,000. I believe I gave you two more buy-ins of $1,000 each, so $3,000 at your disposal total. Max is 5,000. Hops and hardways are 250. 345X table, no Biloxi rules tonight. We're going back to Vegas, which I am doing here I think later this month, as a matter of fact. Going to Craps DiceCon. Going to almost called it CrapsCon for a second there. Hey, maybe there's an idea for a new one. DiceCon. Going to DiceCon here at the towards the end of the month with Color Up and a whole bunch of other people. So that'll be fun. Let's see, hops pay 15 and 30 to 1, just like normal. The ATS is up at 31.50 to 30 to 1. And so the lower payouts, the 2 and the 12 both pay double, no triples on anything. Once again, we're not in Biloxi anymore. Like I said, back to Vegas we go. And we're a $10 table tonight. So, oh, no, it is a $15 table. You know what? I'm going to back out. I think I can fix that real quick. Should be a $15 table. The default is 10. So I'm going to, before we start rolling, I think it will let me fix as long as I fix it before we start rolling. So save that, go back into it. So you may have to pop out of Crapsee real quick, pop right back in. Just pop out of the table, pop back in, because I fixed the table minimums, dumped them down to $10. So here we go. I'm going to start it back off again. And we'll transition back to this. So now we got $10 table. And I see everybody's doing what I said to do. So here we go. Enough yakking. Let's get to stacking. Give it like 5 more seconds before I lock it out because I see we got 14 people in there, but not everybody's back up yet. Ready? Just come out roll, so I'm not too worried about it. Here we go. Dice roll. And we got a 4, 2, 6. So 6 will be the point. Puck goes on the 6. Get that entered in Crapsee. Get some water because my mouth is already dry. And I am going to go what I'm calling the one-hit wonder. Which is 96 across for 1 hit. And I'll tell you what we do from there when we get there. Let me get this $100 stack here. I got $1,000 on the action table as well. So that's 15 on everything, 18 on the 6 and 8. Now I'm aware fully there may already be a name for this strategy, but I can't remember what it is. So my name is the one-hit wonder. So let's get that. That's okay. I need change here. So I didn't put any singles. There's 5. There's 5. Let's change that 10 in. Get my caps on. And I'm already a margarita in. So things are a little slow right now. But that's all right. So everybody's ready to go. Let's get the dice back out there. 5, 1, 6. Mixer. That's going to pay me 21 on my table. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to press my 6. Oh, that's the point hit too. Just realized. I'm going to press my 6 by just 1 unit. And everything else comes down. Back in the rack. Let's get the table reset for my own bets on the actual Crapsee. In the 6 and 8 right. So now I should have 24 on my 6. It's not working. I gotta make sure to turn that off in Crapsee. Not working on the come out. Come on, turn them off. There we go. All right, coming out again. 6, 4, 10. So 10 will be the new point. Yep. That did all kinds of rolling on me there. And I got to switch back from playing just with Leon to playing with you guys. So we'll set it up what it was. But I'm sure you guys saw it before I put it up there. So far we've hit the 6 and the 10 for the ATS, and I forgot to turn the puck off, but we'll move it over to the 10. 10's a new point. Put that in Crapsee. So I'm already set. Not doing anything, but keeping that 6 up there, pressed up 1 unit. All right, let's see what we got in the comments. Yep, 208. I will see you in a few weeks if all goes well. I got my ticket bought, got my room reserved. As long as other things don't intervene, I will be there. So, Sleeper Aces, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Crapsee and playing live. If you're not already on there, go to crapsee.com. Download the app on your favorite device. You may have to download it from the channel, from the website itself. Not an endorsement whatsoever. That's just the app that we use to play. If you've got a layout, you want to play it along on your own layout at home or in your head, by all means, go ahead. But for these lives, this is how we do it with this app. As at the moment, it is the only, and this is a new term in our community, networked play available. Networked play. Networked gaming. Let's see. I think that's how it goes. Network gaming. So Kyle Matthews, welcome as well. And let's go. Let's do it. We got 18 in here playing, 17 people ready. Let's get it going. So I see LFC ended a little earlier than usual tonight. We got a 6-5 Yo, a Midmo Yo. And if you guys don't know who Midmo Yo was and is, may he live forever, go search his channel up and look at some of his old videos. Bureau was a pretty cool guy. So again, not doing anything with that. Just leaving that 6 up there. I'm out of the hand in case you didn't notice. Almost out of the hand. A little bit shy of being out of the hand. Close enough for comfort. 6, 3, 9. I forgot to lock you out. We'll fix that. Quick look at the leaderboard. Got some people already way up there playing like true degenerates, big money. Only like 5 rolls in. You know, what do you do? Calm down. Oh, good Lord. All right. Let's see. Oh, my chat highlight feature's got a new feature to it. It's kind of confusing me a little bit. Okay, we'll deal with that. Logistics of being a live streamer. Here we go. Dice are out. Midnight. It's midnight in Montgomery. He's always hanging around. You get that reference? Give you $1. So let's see. We put a 12 up on the board. 9, 10, 11. All right. Pretty close to hitting all the tall. Not on it. So I don't really care, but for those of you who do, Good on you. Is my screen frozen? Oh, you know what? I'm not on the right screen. You guys can't see me. There we go. Now you can see my lovely mug. So technology is a wonderful thing, ain't it? All right, 20 of 22 ready to go. We got 12 watching on YouTube. Let's hit the button. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. And that would be the tall. Ladies and gentlemen, we are random rolling tonight. Randy is in effect. Let's see who we got playing in Crapsee. Few names I recognize. Waylon's still in there. A lot of usernames I do, and a lot of usernames I don't recognize. I see you, Dice Mama. This Big Money's in there, making big money. All right, we got 18 ready. By the time I hit the button, you guys, the rest of you will be ready. So dice are out. 3, 2, 5. So nice little box hit there. Let's go down the other side of the ATS and work our way to the small and the all. Randy's on fire right now. Although actually, I don't like a roll that's all over the place. I like them inside numbers. It gets me where I'm going because of what I normally play. All right, hit the button and dice are out. 2, 1, 3. Still working on that small. See how quick you guys are ready. Hot Rod said, I definitely have to learn how to set my OBS up like that for my practice purposes. Only I like how you doing that with the crap involved live table. Yeah. So I have this comes with a lot of well thought out intentions and built over time. I didn't put it all together like this overnight at all. So you kind of OBS is a very in-depth program. If you can get it to work, first thing is getting it to a computer that will run it well enough, especially if you're using a laptop. And then from there, just discovering all the things you can do and envisioning how to do them the right way. And probably 5 different ways to do everything. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. The great 8, because it's a red number away from 69. And then, yeah, just searching stuff on YouTube, kind of like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And eventually we got to this setup. And the size of my table is with the single dealer layout, and the ratio of the measurements of it kind of fits perfectly as an overlay for what you see in Crapsee, with Crapsee still around the edges. The rack up there in the corner, and the dice camera, which is still the same camera actually, just zoomed way in the other corner. So you get all the information you need, especially as a new player, pretty easily read in a nice, sensible layout. So here we go. Dice are out. 6-5, yo, another yo. Mid mo in the house tonight. Let's see, what did I miss marking? I didn't miss marking anything. So we just got the 2 and the 4 left. We still haven't hit my 6 again that I need. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of look at everybody's setup and layout. John from Craps has a lot of interesting ones he's been through over the course of time. We all tweak and play around with our different setups and layouts, and there's always something you're like, I can make that better. I can change that up just for the sake of people getting bored of looking at the same thing all the time. Dice are out. Hard 6. And there we go. We finally got our 6. That's the one I need. All right. So my 24 is going to pay me 28. And actually, we'll pay it like this. There's my 30, and I'll pay 28.30 for 3. So just like that, or actually 30 for 2. Sorry. Yeah. 30 for 2. So put that 2 in the banker's rack. And let me finish rebuilding my $100 there. Use the rack to make sure I got it. And that puts me up. So right there, I've got my original 100 I started with. I'm truly out of the hand. Not only am I out, but I'm up, I think $26. And still got 24 on the table. So we're not going to press it this time. We're just going to leave it. We want to collect a little win here. And if you think that I'm playing small, you are correct. I am a conservative, disciplined, low roller player. Normally only buy in with $100 to $300 on the table, and I will still be there when the big rollers are long gone. So dice are out. 549. Now the next hit we're gonna spread. And we'll start spreading and pressing and collecting from there. Sleeper Aces said, "You are definitely tech savvy, but did your VCR clock flash 12 o'clock?" I do remember when the VCR clock flashed 12 o'clock. I got half a century under my belt, so I do remember a VCR. All right, dice are out. We got 2-1-3. You may still have a VCR sitting in the closet somewhere for those mystery videos. We may or may not know what's on, just in case someday we want to watch them and find out. You guys are on it tonight. Ready to go? Let's go. Those horn numbers don't produce a lot of moves needed, so dice are another 6-5 mid mo yo. Still on those horn numbers. Close enough to everybody being ready. Let's go. Dice right. 415. We already got that one. Almost jacked that up. It's not a 4-2, it's a 4-1. Yeah, officially AARP bait. I think I started getting AARP mail in the mail at like 45. Also, so we have seen things. Yeah. Go cool places, see things, do cool shit. And I have gone and seen and done a whole lot and still got a lot ahead of me. All right. And if you think my accent is a little heavy in the southern right now, that's because I spent 4 days at my country concert all weekend doing security, kind of on a volunteer basis. Dice are out. And I grew up in the South, but I kind of lost the accent for a while there. And whenever I get around other people from the South, it comes right back. And but it takes a few days for it to go away. 6-4. That, and I've been watching a lot of, come on, Skinner. I need the, you guys might have got away with post bit on that one. I didn't hit the button. There we go. Okay. 6-4. 10, and that's our point. So the puck's going to come off. Yeah, so that, and I've been watching a lot of Cletus McFarland since I went to Talladega last month. If you don't know who Cletus McFarland is, just look that up on YouTube and you will be a fan within 2 videos. Watch the one about him flying helicopters into Carolina's post hurricane, and that'll make you a fan right there. That's what got me. He's one interesting kid. All right, so here we go. Dice are out, and this is come out roll. The third, I think, of this shooter. We're still on shooter number 1, y'all. So 4-1-5. It's going to be the new point. And then just because we haven't had it in a while, I'm going to turn my bet off there on the 6. I could just pull it down. But for one roll, we're going to turn it off. So what's been happening to me lately is after a couple points been hit, big red has showed up. So even though it's only $24 out there, I'm trying to stack quarters. So if red's going to come to, but right now I still have that quarter in my pocket. And let's see, you guys got out there big first off and then held steady. It's like everybody's in the green except for a few people playing the dark side, gotten hammered as I hit those repeaters. Randy hit them repeaters sure tonight. So, all right, here we go. Dice are out. 6-3-9. I thought that was going to be a 6-1 for a second there, but it flipped on over one more. Yeah, you could film things back then. Oh man, I'm just letting you guys post bet all day here. You know, I have to see. That bottle show up on camera because it's green. Playback. It does look kind of funny. That's the delay right there. That's about how long it took. Anyway, all right, dice are out, and we're back on our bet. 6-5, another mid-mo yo. Cheero and house this evening. This might be a one-roll night, y'all. Because we got the wife on the way home, and I don't like to keep going once she's here. So, all right, let's see. We stay up there. Yeah, just continue on with our little one hit. Got 25 playing now, 15 watching on YouTube. That's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Dice are out. 3, 2, 5. How many points is that now? That is another point. Randy is on it. 22 rollers so far. Puck's going to come off. I had to lay money on it. I mean, we are kind of laying money on things, right? I would bet Randy is not going to make that all. We're just too far along. So for those of you who do that stuff, I'd probably be laying the 2 right now if I could. You can't lay the 2. No, you can't lay the 2 unless you're on Crapsee. Crapless. Never mind. I would be laying the 4. There we go. Lay the 4. Lay the 4. Watch me hit that 2 next roll. Watch that. That's going to be like, oh yeah. Oh, no cell phones. Yeah, yeah. You had to have a damn camcorder. I mean, 8mm back in the day. Yes, they're out. 6-5, another mid-mo yo. Man, you'd be doing all right if you were playing the yo. So it was a horn, but it wasn't a 2. Yeah, we're at the point where some of my coworkers are younger and predate or YouTube predates them. So kind of wild to think about when you think about it, right? Here we go. Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. So 6 is going to be the new point. Would have been nice if we'd had another one before the 6, because I'd had another hit there. When you're only playing one number, you want that number to come in the right spot. Kind of don't want it to turn out to be the point. Because then you either got to play it when the puck is off or wait around for another number to be established. Most of the time, I like to follow the puck. So there we go. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. Neener. All right, so we got 30 players in there, 10 watching live on YouTube. Always amazes me how we get so many in Crapsee and nothing near the match in YouTube. You guys just like to play along on the screen. and those people can't even hear me right now. So here we go. Dice are out. Oh crap, that was weird. 5, 1, 6. There's our hit and another point. Our 24 is going to pay us 28 again. And we will do it 30 for 2 once again. 30 for 2. And this time we'll put the 8 up for 15. So we take 3 out of our rack and get our cap on there. Just going to do 15 to start. Now, since we haven't hit the 6 a bunch of times, I'm going to take that guy back down to 15 to 18 himself. So I'm going to bring him down a unit. And that way I have a little bit more to put towards the next number I want to spread to and still be up some. So slow, patient play. And I know this is a hell of a roll that I could have made a ton of money on, but most of the time it doesn't go that way. So, oh yeah, hook comes off. Dice are out. Coming out. Another mid-mo. 6-5 yo. Wow, wow, wow. We got 14 on YouTube, 25 in Crapsee, up to 18 ready. It's close enough. Let's go. Button dice. 3, 2, 5. 5 will be the new point. You already got the 5. Still need us a 4 and a 2. Everybody's thinking hard. It's taking a little longer to get your bets up, figure out what you're betting. They want to turn them on, press them, whatever. Just take a quick look at the leaderboard. Getting on up there. Nobody too crazy yet. This normally on some channels this is be way up there on the roll. It's this long, so that's good. You guys are conservatively playing. All right, we got 23 ready to go out of 26. Dice are right. Hard 6. Of course, I dropped that 6 down a little bit, and it hits again. So, oh, I didn't do that on the. I forgot to pull my bet down a little bit on Crapsee. So again, we're gonna have a different outcome on Crapsee than we got on the table. So my 18 is gonna be 21 in the single, and we will. The 5 is hit a lot, so go ahead and put 15 on it, and rack the remaining 6. 21 and 25 ready. That's close enough. Let's go. 4, 2, 6. 6 again. Of course, I said, hey, 6 hadn't been hitting all that much. Now it's going to start hitting like crazy, but that's okay. So this time we're going to collect it. And that's 21 again. Let's put money in the rack. Nothing ever wrong with putting money in the rack. And again, I still didn't drop it down on Crapsee. I will now. So the forgetful side of me is making money because I'm forgetful. I've got more money in Crapsee than I've got on the table. 639. FOMO was wishing we spread to the 9 instead of the 5. That's all right. Got 3 numbers. Nothing wrong with that. Chat got quiet. You guys are focused, figuring out your next move. If I were built up quite well right now, I'd probably think about regressing. 18, 20 out of 25, ready to go. A couple more, and we'll hit the button. There we go. Dice right. 314. Finally got that 4. Sorry for those of you who laid it. Don't listen to me. 314. Let's mark it. And yeah, if we were on Crapless, it'd be time to lay the 2. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Dice are up. And there you go. 4-3, 7 out. Finally, shooter number 1 is done. All right. 33 roller to open tonight after being offline for 2, maybe 3 weeks, I think. Woo. Good Lord, Randy. But that's how the table can go sometimes, you know? So let's clear it off, reset, kind of assess where we are in our own bankroll. Okay, we'll take a look at the leaderboard, see how you guys all did, see if things changed up towards the end there. So we got our original 1,000 there. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 50, $63. A whopping $63 off of 33 rollers. So if you're going to play discipline, you got to be ready for that. Get yourself up afterwards for not just getting in there, but you just never know, you know? So this particular strategy I'm playing right now is designed to do big risk up front, followed by minimal risk, still be in the game to build up if you get some repeater numbers there. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. Let me switch over to that screen to see. Where is betting? Betting. There's the leaderboard. The Bears is up there 4,000 in the green, the black, I guess you would call it. Sleeper Aces is up 22, almost $2,300. BB Brown 23 is up $1,100. Dice Mama's up 1,000. Hot Rod's up 1,000. And Tracky Full is up almost 1,000, a little over 900. That rounds out the top 6. And we'll scroll down to the bottom over here in the side and see. Somebody was playing dark. Crusted 22 is out. Used all 3,000. Not a good idea to play dark on a long roll. Keep getting beat. Stop getting beat. I'll let him beat you more than twice. Blue Jay, down there a little bit. Doctor, no, I can barely read that. Is also down about 1,000, close to 1,000. So, but most of you, including Justice Jen, up $4 in the green, in the red, in the black there. So let's see, where's Waylon at? Waylon's up 142. So a little dark side action in there somewhere. Conservative play. And then some of you got up and went to the cage already. Probably went to play Big AZ if he's live doing Taco Tuesday. So, all right, we'll go. Let me check something real quick. Bear with me. Let's see. Give me a second here. Pause for station identification. Checking whereabouts. Okay, so we'll do one more shooter. If it goes really short, we'll do two more shooters. But that is about where my time limit is going to be. And we're sitting at 47 minutes. So I don't mind that at all. Start off with a big long roll like that. Nothing wrong with going a little shorter. All right. So let's see, 16 to 23 ready to go. I'm going to guess some of you guys took the chance to go to the bathroom or something. So let's dump the bowl, turn the puck off. We already cleared the table. Get some new dice. And give you guys a little bit more chance to put your bets up if you're going to put any. All right, here we go. Dice are out, and we're coming out. New shooter, number 2. 415. All right. All right. So the point's going to be 5. And again, we will go back up with our 96 cross. Whew. Chips almost went everywhere. A little slippery one there. Big risk up front. And let's change one there. There we go. Got a 96 in there. Get the same thing going on the table. In Crapsee. 17 watching in YouTube. Everybody's, I'm going to assume now that got as many players watching in YouTube as they're actually playing in Crapsee. 33 rolls is insane. Yeah. And I wouldn't tell anyone. Yeah. So, yeah. I wrote 33 rolls and only made 50 some dollars. No, I don't mind at all. As long as I come out with profit, that's a disciplined player for you. So here we go. Dice are out. Need to reset the ATS on the table. 516. So there we go. There's our one hit. And of course, it's going to be on the same number. So we reset this ATS here. Table matches what's in Crapsee. I'm going to take everything down. Need to pay it first, I guess. Huh? So my 18 is going to pay 21. We're going to take 1 unit of that. That's $6 and add it to it. And then, boom, just like that. We should be out of the hand. I think we're reset. Quick, easy way to check there. There we go. Out of the hand. This next one, I'm going to go right to pressing. Since I'm up a little bit, I don't really need to worry about recovering that extra few dollars to get completely out of the hand. So here we go. Dice are out. 628, the great eight. Oh. And I didn't pull down in Crapsee. So got more money than I should have in Crapsee. Crapsee, I'm up $124 because I forgot to regress at least 3 times now. So I didn't match what was on the hard table in Crapsee because I'm paying more attention to the hard table than I am my own bets in Crapsee. So here we go. Dice are out. And 538. That one's way over there by the dealer, the stickman's rack. We'll try and get it out of there. You guys can see it. There's the 3 and there's a 5. Still watching, but I went to the cage. Hell yeah. 500, I'd go to the cage too on $1,000 buy-in. That's 50%. I'd go to the cage, cash it in, come back and watch and see how things turned out. Keep it in your pocket so you don't get tempted to buy back in because then that's when things go bad. So 20 out of 26. Let's go. Dice are up. 639. Man, Randy is on fire tonight. Randy's brother, Andy. You got Randy and Andy on fire. 639. Hitting those inside numbers. That's what we want to see, right? I wish I was playing a 44 inside right now. Life would be good. A little double tap. Sleep Braces has been taking these live streams and created a private table, allows me to now to play along with my starting bankroll. No peeking at the toss results. It's been fun. Yeah, that's how I used to do it before they had this app, networked version. There were several apps you could use, or you could just use your own layout. That's why I built this table in the first place, so that you could play on an actual table and manipulate chips, which you really need to do. You're new to this game and you're going to go to the casino and yeah. Yeah, and that's what I did too. Live streams from actual casinos. So I would watch HCS's uh, live stream, or not live streams, but you know, lives from the casino. Dice are out, and Big AZ, and there's the 6-1 short roll. Long roll is never followed by another long roll. 7 out. So we'll go one more since that one was kind of short. That was a 6 roller. It wasn't too bad. Just slightly below the average. 8, 6. Well, within the parameter. 6 to 8. Average shooter, 6 to 8 rolls. According to most people that know these things. Dump the bowl. Get some new dice. That margarita's got me flipping my start to my words backwards today. All right. But yeah, I recommend to everybody to not just play in the app. The app makes it easy. You need to play on a layout, even if it's one you drew on cardboard or piece of paper, or found a picture online and printed it on a legal size piece of paper. Did like Waylon and drew the chalk one on felt, just so you can buy your rack or make one and manipulate some chips in a rack, so you're familiar with how to keep track of your rack and your bank. So there we go. Dice are out. Shooter number 3, 6, 4, 10. So 10 will be the new point. This is our last shooter for this evening. We are sitting at 57 minutes. Let's get our 96 across out there. I could never be a real dealer at the casino because I spend too much time one hand dealing. I'd be there all night. There you go. 96 on the table. 96 in Crapsee. Dress everything up nice and neat. 21 and 25 ready to go. Let's do it. Dice are out. 5, 4, 9. There's our one hit. We finally get a new number to play off of for our strategy. And one that I think has been, yes, according to the chart, has been hitting more. So it's still going to pay me 21. And I'm still going to press it by 1 unit. So we're going to take that up to 20. Then you're going to pull everything else down. So our risk is over. We're out of the hand. Should have a little bit of profit there. Already in profit. So I'm not really worried if I recover the whole 96 or not. Here we go. There's my original 100. And I could do check change, but we're going to, for the sake of moving this game along, we're not going to do that. 4, 9. 5, 1, 6. The mixer. KitchenAid mixer. The old KitchenAid mixer. And I forgot to pull down in Crapsee again, so that would be another hit that I didn't actually get. That's okay. Let's fix it in Crapsee now. Let's see. I'm at 20. Yeah. I locked you guys out a little faster. Hang on, I'll unlock it again. Hate it when I do that because now I got to wait twice as long to shoot. And I got to wait to hear it back in my ear. But I you guys are hearing it. Even though Crapsee's real time, you have figured it out by now. All right, here we go. Dice are out. Yeah. 5, 4, 9. Nice. We get our second hit. And we're going to do something with it. So 20 is going to pay me 28. We're going to pay 30 for 1 or 2. Sorry, 30 for 2. And Let's put that 2 in the banker's rack. And we're going to pick up 5. And rack 15. So rack a little, stack a little. There's not a whole lot of thought to what I pick up next. I'm just picking up another number. For table minimum, next hit, no matter what it is, I will collect. All right, so everybody's ready to go now. Dice are out. 10, hard 10, that's the point. Trying to think of a name for Randy and Andy's other brother. Somebody give you a name for Randy and Andy's other brother. That's going to come off. Lodge's Live Crap says, now if you get another 30 roll, I'll kick myself because I bet so slow on the last hand. Yeah, yeah. Well, the rule is a good roll is never followed by another good roll. Well, we already had a roll that followed it, and it wasn't good. So that's out of the way. Maybe we will get another good roll. We'll see. 20 out of 24. Let's go. Dice are out. We're coming out again. 314. Down on the other end from the 10. Right where we were before, but sister number. Let's see. I'm just watching you guys to see that you're ready. Everybody get their bets up. Andy. Randy, Andy, and Dandy. There we go. Randy, Andy, and Dandy. The 3 Rando brothers. Randy, Andy, and Dandy. All right, Dandy, let's go for it, man. Let's get some rolls. 415. Nice. We get our other number. Go Dandy. 3-1 or wait. 415. Almost jacked that up. 4-1. I hit the right number on the keyboard. Said the wrong number. It hit the right number. 415. Very nice. So we're gonna rack that. That's gonna be a $21 payout there. We'll rack 16 of it and press that guy up by 1 unit. So rack a little, press a little. It's 17 watching on YouTube and 26 in Crapsee. And it keeps bouncing between like 26 and 30 here. So people are popping in and out, see how things are going, I think. Let's take a look at the leaderboard real fast. Yeah, everybody's still doing pretty well. You get down to the bottom, we get some people in the red. Went a little too risky on that last shooter. Got burnt. That's all right. It happens. That's why we're here. We're learning, practice. Fake money, not real money. So when we go to the real place, we don't lose too much real money. All right, pretty much everybody's ready. Let's go. Dice are out. Come on, Dandy. 3, 2, 5 again. Yeah, go Dandy. Table will be going nuts right now. You guys know that, right? Skill with the coming through with the name. All right, so this time we are gonna, instead of pressing, we're gonna spread, and we have the advantage here of seeing what's been hitting tonight with the table up here. So we're gonna put down a 9. So that guy's gonna pay us 20. Well, we pressed it, so 20 is gonna pay us 28. Did I have that right? I can't think right now. 25, 28. And I don't need this 3 that I was throwing down because I got 8 right here. So 18 goes to the 6, rack the other 10. Hello, Demon Dog. And I forgot to press the bet in Crapsee. So finally, we do something detrimentally not matching the table. All right, pretty much everybody ready to go. Nice run. 4, hard 4. That would be the point as well. And I just realized that I have not marked the ATS on the table at all. So let's get everything that has hit. 4, the 5, and the 6, and the 9, and the 10, and the fuck is going to come off. We don't have the 4, so nothing for us there. Also just realized I forgot to put my bets up on the table. Let's fix that before I mismatch the table and Crapsee again. I was thinking a little harder on this one. We're up to 9 rolls on Dandy. Bandy, Andy, and Dandy. I'll have to write those on the board just so I can remember for next time what my order of shooters is. We just keep coming up with Randy names. We got to get one that doesn't rhyme that still makes sense, right? Besides Randy. All right, here we go. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Picked the wrong number to bet out of the middle ones there, but that's okay. 5, 3, 8. Oh, that's a new point anyway. Doesn't matter. Awesome. Okay. Wouldn't pay it anyway. So I don't mind. That's a new point of 8. Stand by. Lost my connection. Lost Crapsee. Should have everything back now. Rando. Rando Calrissian. Yeah. Just call him Calrissian. Lando. What? No, Lando. Lando works too. Good Lord. I got to write these down. Randy, Andy, Dandy, and Lando. Yeah, no, I turned the audio off for a second. I had to yell at my kids. Okay, so there we go. We got enough people ready to go. Nice route. 549. Nice. Got another hit there. So our 20 is going to pay 28 again. And this time I'm going to pay that guy with a quarter and 3 whites. So there it is. We're going to rack it. Start racking some quarters here. That guy over there. And just for the sake of getting rid of some of these whites, because I got a small rack here, we're going to check change for in there. And Stickman's rack is getting out of reds. So there we go. We're up $100 on the table, 125, 128 actually. That's nice. That's how we want to see it, right? Here we go. Dice are out. Oh, my bets didn't go back up in Crapsee. So let me fix that. So okay, so now we're gonna even things out a little bit, I guess. I forgot when you lose your connection to Crapsee, your bets come down. They weren't locked in. Hang on a sec. Twenty 18. Let me get everything to match on the table and in Crapsee. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready. And dice are out. 6-1, and we are done. Jen knows my little thing, but I will keep it to myself right now. But yeah, all right, that's gonna do it, folks. Let's clear the table. Puck's gonna come off. Yeah. So we had a little bit out there. We built it up nicely, but up. Let's see. That should be. Let's just put that in a rack to see what it looks like. Yep. So that's up 125, 128. We would throw that at the dealers, although it's a little bit low, but I think proportional to what we were winning. And up in Crapsee, 154, because we did not pull down in Crapsee when we pulled down on the table a couple times. So yeah, Randy does have a nice family in this house. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me tell you guys before we go about something I'm gonna do here soon. So I did go to perhaps let me get the right meat up in my brain here. I did go to Brownwater Bash, and on the very first table I played when I got there was a bubble craps table. And don't you know, I had 29 rolls on the first go at it. At the very first real table I played, we opened a crapless table with Ed and the whole crew. Ed, Gargoyle, Jen was on it. Mark the Point, Ryan was on it. quite a few other people. We had a full crapless table that we opened at the Hard Rock there. And I and Jen both recorded those rolls for one trip around the table. I stayed for a full trip around the table, all the shooters. Now, not everybody shot the first round. We skipped 2 or 3 there at the beginning of the table. But Jen has, I believe, stayed a little longer, and she gave me all the rolls. So between what I recorded and what Jen recorded, I'm going to put all those down. And one of these nights soon, instead of doing this live on the table, I will open a crapless table and repeat those rolls for you guys. And we'll see how everybody does. Not going to tell you whether it was good or bad. Just have to wait and find out. So, one full round of the table, plus or minus some, on a crapless table. Biloxi rolls, I believe it was $15 minimum. But we'll do that here soon. I have to get a chance to actually type out take it from my scratchy handwriting and Jen's somewhat better looking handwriting and confirm what we had together and sort of make up for where we didn't write down the exact combination of dice, because I didn't always catch them when they were down at the other end. And hopefully she did. I haven't had a real chance to look at those. She texted me her pictures of her book, and I got my book, and we'll go from there and find out. Now, no ATS on this table. Doesn't really matter. There's also no hops. It doesn't really matter what the combos were, for the most part, except for the hard ways, I would say. And we've got those. So look forward to that. It's probably going to be the next thing I do instead of doing another live table like I have been doing, trying to do weekly, albeit vacations and all those things like that. So when I get a chance, probably next week, that's what we're going to do next. So that's my next concept, and it'll be nice because I'm probably going to sit down and do it from the desk instead of this table. I don't know. I got a cool tall chair that I sit at this table and do it too, but we'll see. I have the better OBS set up on this laptop versus the one in the office. So maybe on this one, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but we'll do it like that and see how everybody does. And you can basically experience what it was like to be on a live table at the Brownwater Bash with all of the crew from Ed's fan base and Roll to Win's fan base. And so that's enough for yakking for now. And remember, you can play craps anywhere, even if it's on a little board without a layout on top of a rock in the Virgin Islands. Watch for that little short coming soon. See you guys around. Thanks for watching Great Craps.